Cormac. Today we're going to be going through practical professional skills as part of your Module 1. In this module, I'm going to go through a short introduction and then general guidelines just to cover the basics of using a camera or your phone, followed by how to shoot a professional interview and also live streaming. So social media nowadays has become highly impactful with over 3 billion users worldwide. Creating an account for a business is a great way to reach out to your possible future customers or your audience and gain more interaction. So general guidelines for using any filming equipment, whether it be a camera or your phone, generally falls under 3 main categories: lighting, composition, and sound. When shooting with a smartphone, use the rear of the camera as it is a higher quality. Always do a test shot before you're actually ready to shoot, just to see if there are any problems or anything you could like to fix. Generally wait 3 seconds, more or less 3 to 5 seconds, between pressing record and actually speaking. This way you have a little bit of a buffer space that you can edit out afterwards. Try to avoid shooting handheld. Using a tripod is much more stable and also gives it a lot more of a professional quality to your videos. Obviously, if you don't have a tripod, you can get creative. A stack of books, anything works, as long as your camera is stable. And also speak slowly, clearly, and try to relax. The good part of filming yourself is that you can edit out any mistakes. No matter what type of camera equipment you're using, light is crucial. The best lighting option at home is by far daylight. So you can position yourself beside a window. That natural light is going to be so much better than any artificial light that you have. And as well, try to avoid using overhead lights, as this can sometimes lead to dramatic shadows on the face. It doesn't look good. Always try to keep it soft. So my setup for this video is actually my key light, my fill light, and my backlight. So when framing, you can use the rule of thirds. Position your subject slightly to the side, one side or another, and leave some space that they can actually talk off camera to. So it wouldn't really look natural if I were to actually be talking this way, because there's too much space behind me. Because generally, if you're shooting an interview, you're going to be asking the questions and the person is going to be answering you. And it's a lot easier if you can actually talk with the person rather than them staring directly into a camera. Because for a lot of people, that can be quite daunting. Generally try to keep the background as simple as possible, unless it actually has something to do with the video or with the interview. Try to leave some space behind them. Don't have them directly up against a wall, because it can feel a little bit aggressive. So what I'm doing right now is with my backlight, I'm actually creating some space between my background and me. So using B-roll in your videos can really level up your quality. It's any additional shots that you can take that you can use afterwards in editing, and it can really enrich the narrative of the story. So you have 3 main shot types, although there are many more. There's the 3 main ones, which are a wide shot, a medium shot, and a close-up. Along with that, especially for B-roll, you can use some establishing shots, which can be used to set the scene and kind of show where the subject is. Some reaction shots, maybe if somebody's talking, you can maybe cut to somebody reacting to that, or maybe smiling or something like that. And detail shots. Detail shots are really nice, especially if you have a good camera. You can really zoom in and show that texture. So general things to avoid. Try to avoid people looking directly into the camera, like I'm doing right now. When you're filming, it's described as breaking the 4th wall. It can really take your audience out of the story and make it a little bit more obvious that there's a camera there. And as I said before, generally try to avoid cluttered backgrounds unless it actually has something to do with your story. It's just mess. And really try to avoid having film equipment in the background. This is kind of similar to breaking the 4th wall, that it can kind of take your audience out from the story. Try to use a tripod whenever possible. If you're doing an interview, it's generally best to keep it at eye level, because when you film from above, it makes the person you're filming look smaller, and vice versa. From below, they look taller, or they look more powerful. Sound is another big one. Try to avoid spaces with a lot of echo. Try to minimize your background noise and try to get the mic as close to the subject as you can. And be sure to select the right microphone for what you're going to be filming. So for me, I have a lav mic, which is perfect for these type of interviews, talking to a camera, talking to somebody else, and you can really frame the camera as well as you want, and the mic is going to be as close as possible at all times. Otherwise, shotgun mics are a good option, but again, shotgun mics, if you're just filming on your own, will be attached to the camera. So unless you have the camera close to your subject, you may pick up some background noise. So live streaming an event is actually a great way to engage with your audience. You get a much larger expanded reach, enhanced participation, in-person audience motivation. So you can actually speak directly with your audience in real time. And this can be great to actually engage with each other. So when planning to do a live stream, it's generally best to plan a little bit beforehand. So what platform you're going to use, what equipment you're going to use, and the actual space that you're going to be in. It can be great to promote the live stream beforehand and be sure to engage with your audience during the live stream. So you can evaluate and analyze your live stream beforehand and maybe do some testing and see how it goes. And always have a backup plan just in case something goes wrong. Try to assign roles and responsibilities if you're working in a team, and generally try to create engaging content. And after the live stream, you can actually analyze your feedback and metrics using whatever software you live streamed with. Thanks for your attention and have a great day.